Hello, Startup Grind. It's so wonderful to have this opportunity. It's my honor to be talking to the Startup Grind global community, and hopefully the COVID will end soon, and we can meet again either in Redwood City or London or any other place that you guys get together. The topic of the talk that I have today is innovation economy and how different it is from knowledge economy. I will not give you much of my background because you already have heard it. I will just want to mention that, yes, I started 10 companies, 3 of them were unicorns, but I should also mention that 3 of them failed also, and I was fired twice. So as an entrepreneur, you have to accept and understand that you go through ups and downs, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But if you learn from every instance, your next win would be even bigger and better. And one other thing is, through my background, I also have had 15 years experience as a venture capitalist. Till 5 years ago, I used to have a $350 million global venture capital fund with investments in United States, Japan, China, India, Israel, and Singapore. Let's see, what is innovation economy? You probably are hearing about it more and more. Their simplistic point of view, I'm not a scholar. I look at it and I say, historically, we started with agricultural economy, then we moved into industrial economy. Around 20th century was the beginning of the knowledge economy. And the last 20 years or so, the 21st century has been the emergence of the innovation economy. What is interesting is at agricultural economy, industrial economy, men had major advantage because of their physical power. Knowledge economy, for the first time in evolution of our species, gave chance, equal chance to women, so that all that mattered was the power of the brain that created value, and it leveled the field of value creation. In innovation economy, 2 interesting observations we can have, and we'll talk about it more. One is that for the first time in evolution of our species, women have an edge, and we'll talk about it a bit more. In addition, the youth have significant advantage over the past generation, over the older generation. This is a very key issue. Now, many of you are familiar with knowledge economy. Many of you have heard the World Economic Forum about 4th Industrial Revolution. I think those are the things of the past. If you only look at industry and evolution on that, you forget about the other parts of economy, which is the government economy and academic economy. Innovation economy is about disruption. It's about creative disruption. It's all about implementation and execution. In knowledge economy, knowledge and ideas were extremely important, and you had to keep it to yourself and guard it with patents, with IP protection, all sorts of things. Because of the emergence of broadband, knowledge has been spread all over the world, and ideas come a dime a dozen. What is important is not to have a good idea, it is figuring out how to go and execute in that idea, take it to market, do something, implement something. achieve something with that idea. As I said before, innovation economy is all about disrupting existing things and doing it a new way. As an example, last year, one of the developing countries, they turned off the internet for a couple of days. When I was talking to Minister of Education, I asked them why. They said we have national entrance examination for our high school students to enter the university. And we have turned off the internet because people would use their mobile phones or their laptops and do a Google search and find answers. My simple question was, what's the value of your 12 years of education if somebody with access to internet within 5 minutes can find the answers? So you see, innovation economy is completely different. We are doing industry, academic, government. All of these are being totally disrupted, and new approaches have to come on every one of them. We talk about value creation in economy. Here is a chart that I was lucky. I learned about this from a crazy professor at Carnegie Mellon 40 years ago, in 1980, when I started my first company. What it says is that every task that we do to create value, we can use our hands, use mechanical tools, electromechanical tools, microelectronic, software, or algorithmic content. Let me use an example. In the world of finance, if you use your hands, your accounting would be very slow. If you use abacus, your productivity improves. An electromechanical adding machine helps you. Calculators brought major improvement on our productivity, but it was the spreadsheet that had a huge impact, completely changed the world of finance. But if you want to be relevant in the future, you need to learn about blockchain. This applies to every field, everything that we do. Let's look at education. This is manual education. With Gutenberg, we got the printing press, which was a mechanical device, but allowed knowledge to be shared in the form of books everywhere. Then we got the electronic printing press, electromechanical one. When the internet came, thanks to microelectronics, microprocessors, all the books, 1,000 books, 10,000 books could be put in your laptop and you could carry it with you. When the software became available so you could take online courses and using the internet, distance learning, tele-learning, tele-education became a possibility. But if you really want to look at innovation economy, we have so many pieces of knowledge, whether they are books, articles, videos, audios, all sorts of content available out there. You need an algorithmic approach, how to educate yourself. And the role of a teacher is changing from being a teacher more to being a coach and a mentor to you, to help you navigate your way through this huge amount of knowledge that is available to you. And hopefully, using some of the AI, the job of that coach becomes easier. The key thing is we are moving from education as teaching to experiential learning. As this pyramid is being applied in every field, we see that it's becoming an inverted pyramid. And the top part keeps increasing and getting bigger and bigger. And all of the work at the bottom is going to be handled by robots. And human beings will work in a new ways, in different ways, and fewer hours per week, but generate more creative value. This is not a theoretical thing. If we look at top 10 highest value companies in 2009, the list included ExxonMobil, PetroChina, Walmart, China Mobile, Procter & Gamble, ICBC, AT&T, Johnson & Johnson. 10 years later, the highest value companies at the end of 2019 were Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Apple, Facebook, and then Alibaba, Tencent. Chinese companies that had really risen to the top. I should update this with 2020 since we just finished that, and see how there has been even more value to the innovation economy companies. And one doesn't need to be Einstein to figure out that the same way as bookstores disappeared, the music stores disappeared, the video rental stores, the shopping malls are disappearing now, the banks are disappearing, the oil and gas companies are going to disappear, the traditional car companies are disappearing unless they move to EV, and all the telcos are going to disappear with the emergence of low orbit satellite connectivity done by companies like SpaceX. What used to be only domain of Silicon Valley, and if you wanted to have a unicorn, you had to come to Silicon Valley, has changed. This is a partial list of the global unicorns coming from all over the world. And this has actually been accelerated because of COVID-19. It has accelerated the adoption of technology in medicine, in working, in education, as we discussed. Now, the biggest project I have had in my life has been Global Innovation Catalyst. Our vision has been to help create 10 million innovation jobs, the jobs of future, globally within 10 years. We have been working on this for the last 4 years, and we have done amazing progress on figuring out how to find the right kind of content, how to create a network of people who believe and share the vision and will help us create the jobs of future. If you want one of the jobs of future, you have to have hard skills and soft skills. If you look at that pyramid, obviously learning software, learning how to use software and apply technology and algorithmic content in everything, using AI, using big data, on everything that you do allows you to participate in the jobs of future. For algorithmic content being integrated into K-12 education, I really like a company that I'm backing called Polyup. And you can go to polyup.com and check it out. It would blow your mind how young kids are learning algorithmic content, learning AI, learning how to manipulate the virtual drones, the virtual robots, and learn how to not just coexist with AI, not just coexist with robots, but how to leverage them and move to the next level of creativity. And the university academics are changing. So many of universities, you know, are all going to go bankrupt. The universities that have been the silos of engineering school or business school or design school all have to be changed to create some sort of tech hub that bring people together to learn from each other and learn how to collaborate with each other. Remember I said women have a major advantage in innovation economy because from young age, women learn how to do multitasking and how to do sharing and collaboration. Young girls learn it from young age. When I was growing up, my sister had to take care of me, take care of my brother, help my mom with cooking, help my mom with shopping, and also do her homework and do good in school. Me as a boy, all I had to do was be a good boy and get good grades. So women have had to learn these skills much earlier. Now, if the universities don't create these tech hubs, private industry or private public cooperation creates it. This is from AfriLab's 618 tech hubs just in Africa alone. These are a partial list of tech hubs in the Middle East. If you look at Asia, if you look at Europe, USA, of course, everywhere, you will see these tech hubs everywhere. And within these tech hubs, people are learning both the hard skills, innovation mindset based on entrepreneurship, and learning to overcome the difficulties and the barriers of a fixed mindset. On a fixed mindset, you're afraid of change. In innovation mindset, you strive for change. And this is where the young people who are not scared of change have a major advantage. The older generation doesn't want to see change. Fixed mindset is afraid of failure. Innovation mindset looks at it as a stepstone towards success. Fixed mindset is about single tasking. Innovation mindset is about multitasking. Fear of feedback versus learning that feedback helps you grow and improve. With a fixed mindset, you are jealous of others' success. In the innovation mindset, you are inspired by other people's success. And in fixed mindset, as I said, you keep ideas secret. In innovation economy, you share and learn to collaborate. So these are some of the things that we have tried to create a complete program, 12-week program that helps young people learn how to become successful entrepreneurs. We have these cohorts that start almost every month. The next one is March 16th through June 8th, 12 weeks. And through this, we push and help and mentor young people so that they become fearless, overcoming their fear of failure, and learn to become great entrepreneurs. And we have great relationship with Stanford Center for Professional Development. And upon successful completion of the program, there is a certificate of completion provided by Stanford Center for Professional Development. And as an entrepreneur, the best way to predict the future is to create it. Thank you much. Love you all and look forward to seeing you as I got my second vaccine. And next week, actually, I will start my travels, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in your own home country. Love you. Take care.